Everyone, it's Clint. No, I'm not going to be talking about how Chris Hemsworth looks goofy on the set of Thor 4. Wow, that is hard to say. Thor 4. That's a problem. But this will give us something to look at, I suppose, while I make the point that I want to make, which has a lot to do about losing fans, losing readership, losing viewers, anybody that cares about your thing, and how easy it is to lose them and lose them for a very long time. So we're gonna get into that first. Downcast 3 submerged on Indiegogo. We passed 18K. Feeling good about that. We're definitely into the sort of the grindy, big, long middle section of the campaign, which is pretty typical. If you haven't backed it yet, it's a great time to do so. Book I'm really proud of, and I know Nacho is really proud of the work that he did here on this book, even though he's a really humble guy. It was pretty cool to stream with him and just hear him talk. But fun story. Some of definitely my best work. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this, and I cannot wait to get it out to you. I'm already working on pre-press editing. I'm just putting the book together to make sure that we can get it out to the printer really soon. So check that out. All right. So I went on to Perch's stream on Friday night. I had a good time. Talked about a lot of different things. It's always fun to me to see how people organize their streams, and they can be all different, very low effort, which is usually what I do for my streams, because when I try, they never go the way that I want them to. Anyways, some people do a really good job of organizing them very thoroughly and making nice organized stream that goes well. Anyway, so Purchase was organized, and we spent some time going over the comic books that were coming out this week and titles and everything, and it really occurred to me in a profound way how little I know about what comic books are currently coming out. And I remember there was a while there that I was following Marvel pretty closely. I was paying attention to what was coming next, what was the next event, and I really wanted to keep up with Marvel. And it was probably for a 2 year period of time, was all. And that was enough to ruin it for me because they made it so impossible to keep up with everything, and you had to always be picking and choosing what you were going to follow. Like, I guess I'm going to pretend like this event didn't happen, because how do you know what to read and what not? Anyway, it was just impossible. So definitely my focus has been a lot more on indie comics, and even then it's been focused on really just a few titles, uh, quite a few crowdfunding campaigns that I've been backing. And beyond that, I really am not into the mainstream of comics. I think I represent a lot of readers like this, and how easy it is for them to ruin it for you for a number of years. Let's pretend for a moment that I didn't start a YouTube channel. I was just, not making comics. I was just a comic book fan. How long would it take me to come around and say, you know what? I'm going to give Marvel another shot. I'm going to see if I can ride this rodeo and try to follow it and get into what's going on with Marvel. Let me see if I can do that again. I'm not sure that I would, honestly. I'm not sure that I would be up for the challenge. They don't make it easy. Now, that's just when it comes to the sheer volume of books that they're putting out. When it comes to the spotty quality of books, I think a lot of people are going to do. They just look for what are the best books. I'm going to read the 3 or 4 best books, and that's it. Out of the entire industry, out of all of the books that are constantly coming out, I'm just going to read whatever the best stuff is. That's it. And it's going to definitely would narrow the field. So the damage can be very lasting, is my point. Very lasting. If they leave a bad taste in your mouth, even just once, I think most comic book readers aren't going to take to Twitter and complain. They're not going to write a letter to Marvel. They're just going to stop buying. That's all it comes down to. So readership is a very important thing. Don't take it for granted. No comic book company should take your dollars for granted. I've heard many people in the industry say that you will always have those readers, like those, whatever, middle class white guy nerd type. They will always come back to read your books, so you don't have to try. They will come. Go find the other audiences. Well, the truth is that they won't always come. You can't take them for granted, and if you lose them, like, who's to say that Marvel has turned things around? I'm certainly not watching closely enough to know when or if Marvel will ever turn things around, or DC or anyone else. We even had this discussion about Kickstarter. I would have no idea if Kickstarter was turning things around, and if they decided, you know what, we're not going to gatekeep certain artists or campaign runners because it makes us a political statement for us. I don't know when they're going to change their mind, or if they ever have. And that's because that takes effort on my part. Unless they go out of their way to prove otherwise, I'm just going to assume that they don't care, basically. Huge principle. I think it goes across. It's universal, honestly. But I wish that comic book creators would make some bit of an effort, or publishers rather, some bit of an effort to show if they want to change a little bit and get those readers back that were very strong loyal readers. How can you throw out some kind of a olive branch to those readers? I'm not sure. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Is there anything that Marvel and DC could do to get you to go back to reading their books? Maybe you still are. That's fine. And don't forget to back Downcast 3 on Indiegogo. Thanks so much, and I'll see you this week with more video content.